Day 414. So today, I didn't really do much in the way of exercise. Um, it is getting cold and it is rainy right now. And by cold, I mean it's like 50, 60s. Um, that being said, that weather is kind of planned for tomorrow, so it's not supposed to be as rainy. But I do plan on going hiking regardless. It was it's supposed to be less rainy than it was today, so that is why I chose it. I'm also going to be eating tomorrow, and I spent part of the day prepping all the food that I was planning on eating tomorrow, including some kind of like extra snacks and all the stuff that I'd be eating on the hike. And so even if I come home tomorrow, I'll be eating it here at the house, right? There's a chance, depending on the rain tonight, that the creek becomes impassable to get to this park for a couple hours after a rainfall, which means that I would then not be able to actually get to the hike and do what I want, which means I'll have drive there for pretty much nothing, which would suck, but that's what it is. And so it's the only park that is currently open that has that longer hike. About half of the Texas state parks have closed. I haven't looked at the loop dog loop that I normally do, but either way, I wouldn't want to do that on a weekend. It tends to get very packed, and by packed I mean you'll run into someone every I don't know. Either way, the parking lot always overflows. They always park on the side. Whereas like going during the week during work hours is what I plan on doing. Should I still have the ability to do so, because usually there's 4 or 5 people on the trail max, and you can easily self distance. Whereas if there's you bump into 20, 30, 40 people on the trail, or higher, it is a lot harder to self distance. So I'm going to avoid that trail during the weekend, but I went ahead and bought my park passes for the next month, again, assuming these parks stay open. And I made a run to the office knowing no one would be there on a Saturday morning, and printed those out along with getting some sticky notes because I don't have any and I like to use them. So that'll be my last foray to the office. So those are the two main reasons I'm going to be driving, is to go to one park or go to another park, right? Like I said, I have plenty of food, all that type of stuff, and I'm ready to kind of hunker down. It's just going to be finding ways to stay active during this time period because I don't want to lose that muscle mass, and yet I want to continue my fast and be able to eat during certain times. So, on that eating note, one of the things that's going to be very important is pre-prepping the meal the day before. So not I don't mean that I can't cook on the day. So like Monday I might want to have a pizza, or I might want to I don't know, grill up my salmon or something like that, with Brussels sprouts. But what I need to do is have all the food laid out, do kind of mise en place, kind of pre prep it so that it's ready to go, and all I have to do is cook it. So, same thing with like my snack items and all that type of stuff, like kind of like I'm doing for tomorrow because I plan on hiking, have everything laid out so that it's like, this is it. If I eat more, right, it doesn't exist. Kind of do that mental thing in my head of like, this is the food that exists in my house and I can eat it today. Hopefully that will work because I've got a lot of food in my house right now. And usually the barrier of having to cook the food helps a lot to keep me from, eating these items, but it won't necessarily stop me from eating the items that are already pre-prepped. And so I need to make sure that, um, the snack items and things like that that I bought that are kind of just ready to go, um, aren't consumed within the next week, because that would be a problem. That would defeat the purpose of the fasting, which is what I need to do. But I am locked up with the food, and I bought it specifically so that I could have the snacks, but I want to be able to have it a month from now, 2 months from now, not right now. So we'll see how that experiment in my self control goes. But tomorrow should be decent as long as I can go on the hike, and I don't have to sit around and think, oh, there's food in my house. Oh, I can eat. That type of thing. So we'll see how tomorrow goes.